Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Safety Systems. Someone I know recently upgraded their living room. They chose Safety Systems to set up a new 65-inch Ultra HD television. They added a Sonos soundbar for optimal audio, and they love it. Whether it's a home theater room, a big boy room, a massive entertainment complex, or just a really nice upgrade in the living room, nobody can treat you right the way that Safety Systems can. Experts in security systems, experts in audio video systems. They do it right. Safety Systems. All right, back with all of our VFL for our In the Huddle segment. Last week, Tennessee gave up 535 yards rushing to Georgia Tech. They consistently lined up with their tackles 2 yards off the line of scrimmage. We talked about that earlier in the show. Yesterday, former Vol defensive lineman Albert Haynesworth tweeted the following about Tennessee's defense versus Indiana State. All right, now there's a picture, and his comment was, 2nd and 1, and we line up on the first down line. We will have the worst rush defense in the SEC, but good news is we are champions of life. Okay, now, I'm looking at Sterling because if some fan had set that in, you'd say, well, that guy never played the game. Albert Haynesworth played the game. All right, here's my question. That's clearly, let's talk about the improvement. You were 2 yards off the ball. Hey, it's 1 yard. By next week, they'll be right up there. Will Overstreet, your thoughts on the defensive scheme and what you're seeing?
I mean, it's hard to justify. I mean, you look at that picture right there and you say, what are you guys doing? There's no way for me to justify and look at it and go, that's a good scheme. That's a good thought process. I mean, like I said, before the Georgia Tech game, what my scheme would have been? Attack, 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 hit the quarterback, knock him down. They read. So obviously we've got a difference of opinion of how people would do it, and theirs is totally different than anything I've ever seen before or would ever consider doing.
Jacksonville State yesterday, they attacked. They hit the quarterback all day long. Jacksonville State, FCS Jacksonville State gave up 210 yards rushing, not 535, 210 to Georgia Tech. They only averaged 4.3 yards per carry, whereas Tennessee allowed 6 yards per carry. And the guy who went for 220 plus, the Georgia Tech quarterback, 13 carries for 25 yards against Jacksonville State.
When you're 2 yards off the ball, you're catching. You're not being aggressive at all. And you're letting the offensive lineman get into your body, and there's no place to go backwards.
Shazan, I'm going to guess that if you were out there and it was 2nd and 1, you would not want to be a yard off the ball.
I want to take my hand and I'm going to put it as close as I can to the ball, and I got a big head, so I got to be a bit careful about leaning over my hand and being offside. But I'm going to put that hand as close as I can to the ball in order to judge in terms of how far I'm off the ball, so I won't be offside. And as soon as that thing moves just an inch, I'm firing as hard as I can, and I'm going to get there. And that's first day of football practice that I ever played the game of football. As a defender, I learned this right here. And to see these guys be that far back, 2 yards back off the ball, so who's ever instructed them has obviously never played in the SEC.
Sterling, Mr. Team DJ, Mr. Have to deal with the coaches.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Welcome to the hot seat.
Well, coming from a man who doesn't play defense and having to combat guys that do play defense in the former first round out of the University of Tennessee, as a quarterback, I'm looking for the gap, especially on 3rd and 1. So why they're doing it, a lot of things change in this game that I don't know. But as a quarterback, I'm looking to exploit that in the short.
So you're saying you might check to a dive play right there,
or a quarterback sneak.
Any chance this is some sort of? I know the answer is no, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Any chance this is some sort of rope-a-dope? They're giving Florida to look at all these bizarre. You tried to play read and react against Georgia Tech yesterday. Hey, we got Indiana State beat. Let's just do something and not show Florida what we're really going to do. Any chance that's what's happening?
It could be. I'm leaving that out there. It could be.
They left one thing out. If they want to do the rope-a-dope, they should just do what the CFL does and pull the goal up to the front of the end zone. Because that's the only thing I can imagine this coaching staff do is looking at the CFL rules and going, that's what we have to play. So this is, if it's rope-a-dope, man, they're laying down pretty big.
It looks more dope than rope. All right, we'll see where they
go.
go.
And for that Jackson State comment, did they beat Georgia Tech yesterday?
No, they didn't.
Oh, I'm just saying.
So, and we'll end it there. All right, when we come back, 4 quick slant questions on special teams, an upset player, avoiding injuries, and the importance of Saturday's game. Who's it more important for, Butch Jones or Bob Shoup? Come on back.